So, you want to get into Yu-Gi-Oh, but you have no one to play with. Don't worry, I'm here for you. Grab a structure deck, grab some packs. We're about to start the impossible journey of trying to make a competitive deck with only sealed products. Remember, no trading, no buying single cards, and we're going to see how competitive of a deck we can make. Also, let's stick to a budget. Let's say less than $50 a week. And we're going to see how competitive of a deck we can make. Maybe one day we can hit a YCS. Let's start this journey of Yu-Gi-Oh! Mission Impossible. What's up guys, Momo is here and welcome to Last Pack Magic. Today is episode 3 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Mission Impossible. And we have some stuff from the mail today and we're gonna get into it. I'm really looking forward to this. This is our new mat that we're going to be taking with us to locals and all that good stuff. Ooh, look at that guys. Field Center. And it's actually printed on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. Let's take it out of here. Oh, I think I had a sleeve in there. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, let's check this out. That is not bad. It's a little off-center on the card, but it's whatever. Not bad. Put that away in the sleeve. Oh my gosh, this is thick, guys. Look at this mat. Oh my goodness. We got our Ace Code Talker, D Code Talker, Shooting Code Talker, In Code Talker, X Code Talker, Power Code Talker, and of course, our Trans Code Talker. So this is a clean as hell mat, guys. It's really nice to look at. All right, next we got 10 packs of Eternity Code. Oh yes. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Hopefully our access code talker's in there. Alrighty guys, so I didn't want to risk me not being able to get my microcoder. So we did buy Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution just for the promotional cards. And this counts as a pack. So Proglia, microcoder, and Signet Codex. We want this, just a little rarity upgrade, and microcoder because it's a very necessary card in the deck to get things started, and I didn't want to risk not having it for the deck, so we went ahead and bought this. Only one though, so we can get the rest of the microcoders from Toon Chaos, and we only needed one more, so that's good. And we're gonna get into some Toon Chaos packs. Let's go guys. Alright guys, and here's the rest of the stuff we're going to open up. We have some packs of Toon Chaos, we have Extreme Force, and we have the Shaddolls structure deck. And we have this mainly in case we want to make something of this later, but also we want some cards from this. We need X Code Talker and we need Microcoder. So let's get into this. Let's go. Alright, what can we get? Can we get our Microcoder today, guys? BLS. Masquerade Diane, Light Pulsar Dragon, Code Generator, Chaos Zone, Sangan, and Microcoder. There we go. That's the card we were looking for. Okay. That, which is great. We just need to get one more. Alright, Masquerade Diane, BLS, Crossover, Envoy of Chaos, Toon World, Chaos Emperor Dragon, and Flight for Sabretooth. That was a good Toon Chaos opening. We got one microcoder. That's exactly what we need. So we're going to save a little bit of money and go into these packs. So let's get the structure deck going. All right. So we got El Shaddolls Grista, El Shaddolls Apolacon, Construct, and isn't Winda supposed to be in here? Ah, there it goes. Alright, then we have the alternate art of Winda, and we have Shiga Samaga. Wow, that's a lot of cards in here. Wow, that looks like Kirkion, Evil Swarm. That's cool. Shaddolls Windy, now Shaddolls Ariel, Rest Shaddolls Reincarnation. Alright, we got Shaddolls Fusion as a super. And then the rest of the cards are backwards. Interesting. Okay, Shaddolls Falco, Shaddolls Hedgehog, Sagamata, Dragon, Beast, Hound, Shaddolls Sagarmaga, Zephyr Core. We got BLS, Lava Golem, Dark Arm Dragon, Fairy Tale Sleeper, Firm Pow Trick Clown. So already sent to the graveyard, target a Perform Pow monster, special summon it. Huh. Maybe we can use Perform Pow Trick Clown in our build. Armageddon Knight's a great extender. Felice, can't use that. Electromagnetic Turtle, Mathematician, Kirby Bandit, Purple Cerberus, interesting. Curse of the Shadow Prison, El Shaddai Fusion, Nel Shaddai Fusion, Super Poly, Instant Fusion, Allure of Darkness. Can we use Allure of Darkness? Maybe we can think about some extra draw cards in this deck. Then we have Foolish Burial, Living Fossil, Pot of Everest is what we need. Ooh, maybe we can throw in the Twin Twisters. Shadow Core, Sinister Shadow Games, Lost Wind. Target one special summon monster on the field. Negate its effect, also its original attack is halved. If monster special summon from your opponent's extra deck while this card's in the grave. Let's put this in the side deck maybe. Unending Nightmare. Necro Fusion. Subterra Succession, El Shaddai Wendigo, El Shaddai something, and Shaddai. Oh, I didn't know Shaddai Construct came in here. Neat. Alright, so we have some more cards to throw into the deck, which is great. We can open up a pack of Extreme Force this week, guys. Let's see if we can get something cool. Okay, so just throw these to the back. All right, we have, wait, actually, just in case. We have Trading Places. That's cool, switch life points with your opponent. Tridangle Hound, Showdown of the Secrets and Scroll Techniques. Oops, target one card you control and destroy it. That's hilarious. FA Auto Navigator, Borrow Cooling, and then we got, Parisian Shot, Vandred Charge, and Gem Knight, Phantom Quartz. Alright, nothing useful there. We got some cool useful cards and we'll make some changes to the deck. Alrighty guys, so we took out a few cards that were a bit slow with the deck and we replaced them with our code cards. So let's get into it. Alright guys, we're gonna get into the deck profile now. This has made a few changes this week, but no real big changes to the extra deck, which is something we'll be needing in the coming weeks. But, you know, it's looking up to be pretty cool. So we got 3 code generators to start off with, then 2 microcoders so we can get those beautiful Sign It cards from our deck to our hand. Then that's it for 2 ofs, and I wish I had some more cards, but we'll talk about that. We have 1 Ram Claudia, 1 Perform Age Trick Clown, so we could just send it to the graveyard with a link, bring it back, link some more. It's a good extender. Then we have Data Corn for more tokens, Dot Scraper in case we, want to send something. We have a Widget Kid, maybe we'll put it up to 2, I'm not sure, but it's a great card. Then we have a Balancer Lord, Backup Secretary, Flame Buffalo to draw some more cards, Scripton so we could banish our Balancer Lord to get some more cards from our hand. We have a Cyber's White Hat to extend a little more. Defcon Bird to get some cards out of our hand. Just like Sea Archiver is a card that really looks good in the graveyard. Then we have a Link Slayer and a Cyber's Gadget to get those great cards from the graveyard. We have 1 Lady Debug, which we really wish we had more at this point because it's a great starter. Then 1 Effect Veiler to stop our opponent, because that's all the negating cards that we own at the moment. Alright, then we have Sign It Conflict, Recoded Alive as our, Code Talker traps. We got a Mirror Force and a Storming Mirror Force, and a Dimensional Barrier, because it stops Dragoons if you call Fusion. Then, Dragoons is a very tough card for this deck to beat, so, we're not playing around. And then, of course, because we don't have any Sign It Minings, we have 3 Sign It Codex, because these cards are great. 2 Pot of Desires, because Desires is Desires. And we want to draw some more. A new addition is Pot of Everest, because we want to be able to replenish our hand and draw more cards. Then we have Twin Twister and Foolish Burial as more destruction, negating, and extending. We have a Cosmic Cyclone to, you know, more stopping. Forbidden Chalice for negating. Monster Reborn for bringing back. Mind Control for taking. We got 1-for-1 for summoning. And Signet Backdoor. So we could banish some cards and get some more cards from our deck to our hand. So that is the main deck. Few changes, which is great. So for the extra deck, we have a Link Karibo and Talkback Lancer, you know, as our Link 1s. Then we have Land Pababababasaurus, Pentastag, Binary Sorceress, and Proglio as our Link 2s. Proglio, you know, just another card in the deck. Then our Link 3s, of course, are Draco Masters of the Tenyi, Trigate Wizard, and then, of course, Encode Talker, Power Code Talker, Decode Talker, and Transcode Talker. And then, of course, we have our Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess, and that is the extra deck, guys. Hopefully, in the coming weeks, we can upgrade it a little bit more so it looks a little more proper. We need some more Megatons so we can get Avramax. All right, side deck looking kind of plain right now, but we have 3 traps with there can only be 1 Torrential Tribute and Lost Wind, because, you know, they look kind of nice. Then we have Dark Hole and Hatronade as our other cards. And that's really for the side deck. Then we have our lovely tokens, Sheep tokens, Scapegoat tokens, Karibo tokens. Oh, we have one more Scapegoat token. And then this was my old field center, which looks kind of clean, but we're going to go with our Ace Code Talker as our field center, guys. But yes, that is the deck. I hope you guys like it. We're going to get into some replays. Tell me how you feel about them, and let's do this, guys. What's up, guys? We are at Locals, and we're going first, and our first opponent is an Ultigeist player. And our hand isn't too bad. We use Pot Desires to try to draw, but we get hit by Ash, which is good because then we're able to use Foolish Burial to dump Dot Scraper from our deck to the graveyard so we can have a target for our Trooper in our hand, our Cyber's Gadget. So we link off with both of them to summon our Pentastag. Both of their effects activate, which lets me summon a token and bring back Dot Scaper. Then I go into the obvious combo of summoning Transcode Talker to bring back Pentastag. However, my opponent hits us with that Infinite Impermanence, and he chains Multi-Faker to that. So then he's able to summon that other guy to bounce back Transcode Talker to our hand because we have no Link monsters to do anything with. And so that's game 1. Moving on to game 2. Alrighty, we're in game 2, and of course I decided to go first. My hand is actually pretty decent. We have no monster on our side of the field, so we summon our Link Slayer. With that, we normal summon our Lady Debug, allowing us to add, of course, our Microcoder from our deck to our hand. Now, if only I actually had Code Talker, this would just extend to so many other plays right now, but we don't have that. So we have to opt into just summon our Pentastag, then using our Microcoder in our hand to summon our Transcode Talker, and Microcoder allow us to get Signet Codec from our deck to our hand, and we're not going to activate it because we can't do anything with it. So we're going to bring back our Pentastag, linking up to our Transcode Talker, set 4, and pass. Now I'm the Ultigeist player. My opponent decides to summon his Marionetter, set 1, and is just kind of thinking about what he wants to do. Because there's really nothing else that Ultigeist can do if they can't target our cards. And I make a really stupid play of using Signet Backdoor to get rid of our Pentastag so we can summon Datacorn to get a token just so we can have more cards for next turn. However, that opens us up to our standby phase where my opponent just wants to go off. He uses Protocol to send Molles back to the deck to add that guy, can't remember his name, so he could then summon Multi-Faker, which I'm not sure if you can actually do in response to all these things. I'm not sure if their effects can go off at these points, but if anyone knows, please tell me. At this point, I'm like, all right, we need to get Transco Talker back so we can actually have a field. I normal summon my Defcon bird, use my token to link into Linkuriboh, and I'm kind of contemplating, but we do have our Pentastag back because I forgot during the standby phase, and it has to come back. So then I'm kind of thinking about it a little bit, and I'm like, wait, maybe that's not the right move that we want to do. So we also throw in our binary sorceress, just so you know we can do something. Then link up into our transcode talker. Our standard codec will allow us to get code generator from our deck to our hand, and then we can use our code generator in our hand with our Pentastag on the field, so we can actually make our in-code talker. Then our standard codec activates again, allowing us to get a light from our deck to our hand. So we use our code generator to actually dump our Dotscaper from our deck to the graveyard, bringing it right back onto the field in defense position. My opponent has 2 cards on his side of the field that can't really do anything, but we go to attack his monsters. He uses that card to negate my attack, but we still go and destroy his other Altergeist defense position, something or else. Then he goes into a weird play of actually bringing that back to his field to do, I don't know what he's trying to do really. So what I did find out is that my opponent wanted to link summon, so he got another monster on the field so it can actually point to the Marionetter. And he normal summons the Mollusk so he can get a search from his deck to his hand. Now he has a Hexia on his side of the field that wants to take out my monsters. And if he attacks my Encode Talker, Power Code Talker can't do anything. That is 31, both of them only have 28. If I had X-Code Talker on the field, he would also have another additional 500, so he'll be at 28. But then I flip the Mirror Force, and he negates the effect with Hexia, sets 1, and passes. He can't really do anything after that. Since the monster was removed from the field, he gets an attack replay. So then I just normal summon my Balancer Lord, and I'm like, okay, I need to take this guy out this turn, because if he gets any more hand advantage, I can't do anything about it. And we also have to take out his Hexia. So then I normal summon my Microcoder, and then he flips over Summon Limit, and I can't do anything at this point. Then he special summons Multi-Faker, of course, summons the other guy, I can never remember his name. So he decided to bounce that card back to his hand so he can use it again to negate my attack. And I'm like, okay, let me try everything I can right now just to take out the Hexia and take out his monsters. But you know, Altergeist will have other monsters in the extra deck, like Hexia. So we, you know, can never do anything too great to stop him. So I'm really contemplating, I'm like, okay, let me go into the battle phase and see what I can do from here. But he did also bounce my Balancer Lord back to my hand. So it's like, now what? I go for the attack, and he does negate it with that card. And I'm like, well, I can't do anything. He negates my Sided Codex just so he can negate something. And hooray, we attack over his monster. But, so I was able to get Hexia off his board. And then I used Pot of Everest to shuffle some cards back in the deck, back in the extra deck, just so I could get some more sets, maybe draw into my other Mirror Force, or just maybe get some more extenders or something for his turn. But I end up not really getting anything. I set 1 and pass my turn. Now my opponent is going to bounce back my set card, summon Marionetter, and then use his other cards to summon another Hexia. And it's like, well, now what? Now, looking at this part, I could have used Linkuriboh to get rid of Microcoder to summon it back and then negate his attack. However, he does have Protocol on his side of field, so he could have just negated that. Now, my Encode Talker's in the graveyard, my Transcode Talker's on the field, and there's nothing to do. I try to use my Transcode Talker's effect, but he uses Protocol to negate it. Multi-Faker comes down. He summoned his Mollusk, and that's kind of it. I can't do anything else at this point without him negating it, and he has Summon Limit, so that is the game. So in this next duel, I feel like I'm going against Reb cards, because you'll see in a second that my opponent playing a deck that is very, very similar, if not his exact deck, actually. So I go first. I summon my Datacorn and use its effect, and use Sign a Codex effect to add another monster from my deck to my hand. I almost didn't have any targets, but Dot Scraper has 0 attack, and Datacorn has 0 attack. So I add it to my hand, set to, and end my turn. Now he goes into the entire Crusadia package, and I'm like, well, maybe I could stop something. So I call Exceed. However, that is not what I should have done. I should have called Synchro. And then he is just going off. He has Parallel Exceed. He has the Crusadia Draco. And then summons Crusadia Sparta. But on Sparta's effect, I do absolutely nothing. So he summons Skull Dread, draws 4, replenishes his hand, put 3 more back into his deck. And he is just going to continue going off. He uses Skull Dread's effect to special summon Draco from his hand. Then use both of those effects to summon the Leo Crusadia. His effect oh no, he doesn't have anything. But then he uses Chaos Space to banish his Maximus to get Collar Serpent back. When he summons Collar Serpent, his Crusadia lets him add a card from his deck to his hand. Now he is going off in his combos. I actually can't record too much after this because my gimbal did die and I didn't want to just hold the camera. But he summons Collar Serpent, summons one of his rocket synchrons with quick launch, summons Borreload Savage Dragon, gets the Collar Serpent back, uses Chaos Space, and is just going ham. And he has a Borrelsword Savage Dragon with 4 negates and 2 sets. And I have nothing on my side of the field. And so guys, that is the video. I hope you guys do like the content I'm making. If you do, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel so you can get more updates with when we're doing the next episode and how the deck is going. The Code Talker archetype is a lot of fun. However, I did forget that a bunch of the pieces of the deck is spread out across many different sets. So it's going to take a little bit of time to actually get it together. And if you want me to switch to a different deck in the future and you want to see another from scratch series, please leave those comments down below. And you know what kind of from scratch series you want me to go for. I'm thinking maybe Shaddolls Invoke will be next, but with all the cards being secret in Rise of the Duelists, it's going to be a little hard to get all the cards. That's a lot of money, a lot of boxes. But I digress, guys. It's been fun making this episode. Hopefully next week we can open some Fist of the Gadget so we can get our Code Talker monsters so we can have more starting plays. Also, if you want to support the channel in any way, we have a few links in the description. You can join my Patreon. You can be a YouTube member of my other channel, Momojiri, and you can just donate directly with my Streamlabs tab. Now, thank you guys for watching this episode. Look forward to more episodes in the future. And as always, I'll catch you guys later. Peace! And the giveaway winner is Felix Gunther. Thank you for subscribing, guys, and stay tuned for our next one.